Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe Dividends YouTube channel. If you've been following this journey, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe so that you do not miss future videos. Also, please click the like button to help grow this channel and get the word out on dividend growth investing. Getting paid just for owning stocks. This is what dividend growth investing is all about. In this video, I'm going to show you the dividends that I received from the ETF called SCHD. It's a pretty popular dividend growth ETF, and I have SCHD in two portfolios. You can see here my Average Joe Dividends portfolio. This is a taxable brokerage account. I also have it in an IRA as well. I'm going to jump into the activity log so I can show you that I actually received these dividends rather than just tell you about them. You can see right here in the activity log I received $831.85 again in my taxable brokerage account, and we'll bounce over to the IRA and I'll show you in the activity log as well the proof. $1,321.49, and I'll also show you what I'm doing with those dividends, over $2,100. And we can see here in the IRA I went ahead and I dripped the $1,321.49 right back into SCHD. So I picked up just a little bit more than 18 shares. And we'll go back to the Average Joe dividends. This is a taxable account. So in this instance, I could just take the dividends out as cash, or I could have reinvested into something else. But I could have done that with the IRA. But I couldn't take the IRA proceeds, the $1,300. I couldn't take that out as in cash because I am not 59 and a half years old yet. There'd be a penalty. So we'll take a look here. You can see there's two buys though. The $831.85, that was the SCHD, but I also got another dividend that came in from Exxon, and I'll show you what I did with those. But more importantly, what I did with the SCHD, you can see right here, I just reinvested those back into from where the dividends came from. So I picked up an additional 11.39 shares. So a little bit over 29 shares at 18 plus 11 just for reinvesting those dividends. So that's a snowball right there. So what I'll do next is I'm just going to jump over to the SCHD website. It is just Schwab's fact sheet pretty much on SCHD. You can see it has low expenses. If you're looking for anything lower, like a Vanguard's VTI, VU, things like that, you can get a slightly lower. I think it's 0.03% for those, but 0.06%, that's extremely low, and so that is great. We'll take a look. You can just see what they're trying to do here is they're trying to match the return of the Dow Jones Dividend 100 index. There's other things. What they do, they have a methodology, and they pick certain investments that are growing their dividend, and they have different metrics for doing that, but I'm not going to get into those. I will just tell you that I agree with it, and we'll just take a look at like the portfolio, the top holdings like Broadcom. Broadcom doesn't pay a high dividend, but Broadcom is a nice growth stock, and they grow that dividend very well. They just announced a 14% dividend hike just with Broadcom. You can see they have other things in here like Verizon. Verizon pays a much higher dividend right now than Broadcom. It's like a 7% compared to about a 2%, but Verizon doesn't raise their dividend as aggressively as Broadcom. I think the last Verizon dividend increase was 2%. So my point is we have a good mixture of high-paying, dividend payers as well as low payers who have a lot of growth potential in them. You have others that are kind of in the middle, like an AbbVie or Amgen, where they pay a decent dividend and have a decent growth rate as well. So you can see there's just a good mix of those all around. You can see the asset allocation, how they have it mixed up, as well as a good diversity of sectors as well. But I really agree with SCHD. You can see it's part of my investment philosophy. Within my dividend portfolio, it's my largest holding. But my holdings in M1, this is not my total worth. Is probably around a little bit, just less than, or a little bit, I should say a little bit more than half. My current net worth is at 1.4 million, and this accounts for over 700,000 of it. So this is a little bit more than 50% of my net worth. And you can see right there, I have $82,000 of SCHD right there. We'll go to the holdings of the IRA. And SCHD is not my top holding there. Once it loads up, yeah, it's the third in there of the ETFs. And of course, BST is a closed-end fund, so technically it's a CEF. So the next thing I'm going to show you here really quickly, and this is going to be more specific to the average Joe dividends, is I'm going to update a tracking sheet. And it's going to update the new shares of SCHD as well as Exxon, because there was 2 buys in there. And I'm going to show you the impact it had on my dividends, my dividend income specifically. So we'll go into the holdings tab, and I'm going to grab this data here, starting with the name column. I'm going to grab all this, and the purpose of this is it's going to grab the new number of shares for my investments as well as my cost basis. And what it's going to do is we're going to update the monthly cash flow average as well as the quarterly and the annual. We're going to go over to my monthly average dividend tracking tab and track this event. And I should have, let's see if I did this ahead. I did the SCHD and XOM dividend drip. So right now, my monthly cash flow just from this dividend portfolio is at $905.58. And this is going to change because I'm going to paste this data into here, into my M1 data tab. Do a paste special values only. You're going to see the shares and the cost basis change. You just saw that for SCHD, and down below it's going to change it for Exxon as well. Just those 2 positions. So rather than typing in the new number of shares, the cost basis for both SCHD and Exxon, I just had to do a simple paste special into there. Much more efficient. So we can see now my new monthly cash flow average is 908.44. I'm going to put that into there, the 908.44, and we'll see what the monthly impact was on there. So it added an additional $2.86 going forward in my monthly income. You can see other things that affect this when I put money into the account. This was just a dividend drip and added $2.86. You can see things like Broadcom, that's AVGO, they did that dividend raise 14%, and just that dividend raise increased my monthly income by 26 cents. So it's always changing and always going up. That is if I don't have a dividend cut or a change, and but it's been going up. You can see SCHD, when they announced their dividend increase in December, it changed my dividend income quite significantly. But in March, I'm expecting SCHD to announce a lower dividend. So part of this is going to be cut, but there's larger dividends for SCHD in the June, September, and especially December. So it's kind of a known thing. So we'll take a look at the 908.44, and I have a dividend tracking tab here too. And just for this portfolio, you can see I've just been tracking that value, and we're up now to all-time highs, broke over the 217 mark, and you can see the dividends paid just so far in December. I'm close to $1,000, and of course that's mostly thanks to SCHD. And you can see like the average monthly dividend that I've been tracking, almost up 5% my month-over-month gain. You can see 42.56 in additional monthly dividend income, and then my annual dividend, I'm almost to the $11,000 mark, And you can see just in the month of December, I've increased that annual by 510.68, and that was only with $200 of deposits so far. I'm going to bounce over to the dividend portfolio tab, and right here in the green, these are the dividends I've received so far in December up to 9/30/31. You can see right there, SCHD, I put that in there, the 8/31/85, as well as the Exxon. You can see on the 15th, it's kind of like an advent calendar where I'm expecting all these dividends. I'm going to get Home Depot, Prudential, Qualcomm, and Microsoft on the 15th. So once I get those, I'll put that into this column right here, and actual dividends paid rather than the estimated dividend. So thanks for sticking to the end. Just wanted to show you guys I reached a new high for dividends with SCHD, over $2,100. It's a great feeling to wake up and see those dividends pop into your account, especially like a cash dividend where I can actually access it in a taxable brokerage account. It's nice to see things go into your 401k, IRA, things like that, but you really can't touch that. It doesn't feel as real, even though it is part of your net worth. So thanks again for sticking to the end. If you got value from this video, please click the like button and also subscribe so you do not miss future videos. Also, please let me know in the comments below, do you own SCHD or maybe a similar type of ETF like Vanguard's VYM? So just let me know. I'm interested to see. So thanks again, everyone, and everyone take care and have a great day.